A recent exhibit at the Charles Deering McCormick Library of Special Collections showcased colorful and dramatic stories through the work of artists and writers who created and produced comic books. Now scholars and comic book fans alike can discover the past at the hands-on collection of rare, classic, and popular comic books and underground publications that tell part of the hidden history of our times.
The Charles Deering McCormick Library of Special Collections has about 25,000 comic books in it. It consists of about 1,200 mainstream titles and about 300 underground titles.
The collection began with donations from two Northwestern students in the 1970s. Marvel Comics founder Stan Lee was invited to dedicate the collection in 1973, with a crowd of a couple hundred in attendance.
We're open to the public here, so anyone can come in and utilize our stuff. You sign in, you fill out a call slip, and you're welcome to look at anything. You know, the rarest, most expensive material, you can pull it out and sit down and leaf through it. Comic books, as we know them, kind of started in the late 19th century, and it quickly develops into big business. You know, once you get into the superhero era, they're selling a lot of these things. You know, they're making a lot of money on this.
Superman is an interesting character. He shows up in 1938, and that heralds the beginning of the golden age of comics. It's leading up until World War II, and he represents to a lot of people as sort of an American hero character. He appears in Action Comics #1 and is immediately given his own title, Superman, the following year, just because he proves to be so popular. Miss Fury is the first superhero created by a woman comic book artist. Tarpe Mills created her in 1942. And then we also have Amazing Spider-Man issue #1. Spider-Man is interesting because as a character, he's a young kid. Of course, he's bitten by a radioactive spider and gets the ability to use spider webs. He has his spidey sense. But to younger people, this is a very powerful character.
The rise of underground comics in the 1960s is featured with a variety of underground newspapers.
So if you're looking at the counterculture, you know, in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 70s, you can start, you know, with some underground comic books, but we also have all of the underground newspapers, political pamphlets, etc., to sort of back that up and give a much wider perspective.
Modern age comics began in 1980, mid-1980s, and that's currently the age that we're considered to be in. It's becoming less like pop art, it's becoming less contrived, and it's becoming much more cinematic.
It's developed into a huge art form. You know, movies are constantly being made out of these characters, and then you move more recently into the graphic novel as an art form that's getting more and more prestige, and you know, and these are being treated as really works of literature. And in addition to being popular entertainment, these are really a window into different times, into different points of view, different politics, different ways of expressing oneself. But also they're just escapist and fun. You know, we want to encourage people, if you want to come in and do very academic research with these, you can do that. But you can also just come in and read Wolverine. You can come in here and look through these just for entertainment value as well.